Going now from Georgia to Arizona. Kari Lake, who lost, she lost. Nothing happened other than Kari Lake lost. Her opponent, Katie Hobbs, got more votes in the Arizona gubernatorial election on November 8th. Kari Lake was recently at Trump's house in Mar-a-Lago, and now all of a sudden, she says she's going to try to overturn the election results. You know, I don't know that I can say that we were joking around, but we certainly talked about how it seems very clear that the new strategy, and it's not even really a strategy because it hasn't worked at all. It's more of like a last-ditch effort tactic. The new thing we're going to see from these Republicans is when they lose, they will say that it's rigged, and then they will try to overturn the election, and they will continue putting out these imaginary milestones. Oh, well, we're getting very close to submitting affidavits. All right, I mean, affidavits aren't evidence, strictly speaking. They can be considered, but affidavits are not evidence of wrongdoing. Well, very soon a court is going to hear our case. Mike Pillow's been talking about that for 2 years. We're moving for decertification. We heard that one from Steve Bannon many times. Is there such a process as decertification? No, but we're moving towards decertification. And by the way, keep donating. Keep donating to me, donate to Trump, donate to everybody. Okay, so here's a clip of Kari Lake. Kari Lake lost. She had this pompous arrogance going into the election. I will be the next governor of Arizona. More people voted for her opponent. When things go right, the person who gets more votes wins. Kari Lake doesn't like that. It looked like she was getting ready to move on. Now she says she's assembling evidence and she's going to run some kind of campaign to overturn the election.
To remedy this assault on our democracy. This isn't about Republicans or Democrats. This is about our sacred right to vote.
Yeah. What's funny is, as much as they claim it's not about Republicans or Democrats, they only claim that this fraudulent stuff took place when a Democrat has defeated a Republican. So find me a case where you tried to overturn an election in which a Republican defeated a Democrat. Find me one example.
A right that many voters were sadly deprived of on November 8th. Tens of thousands of you have reached out, pleading with me to fight this fight.
Is that even true? Tens of thousands? I'm sure thousands, but tens of thousands reached out?
Rest assured, I will, because if we give up now, we will no longer have a country. Attorneys are working diligently to gather information.
Sure.
Whistleblowers are coming forward, and the curtain is being lifted. Whether done accidentally or intentionally, it is clear that this election was a debacle that destroyed any trust in our elections.
What she means is I lost.
Arizonans who choose to make their voice heard on Election Day should not be disenfranchised or punished for choosing to vote in person.
Now, what she's referring to is that for a little while, a few tabulators in Maricopa County didn't work. That's what she's talking about.
Yet they were. I want you to know, Arizona, I will continue fighting until we restore confidence and faith in our elections.
You know, I'm pretty confident and I have faith in what happened. The candidate who got more votes, Katie Hobbs, is going to be the next governor of Arizona. And all of the evidence points to the voters of Arizona wanted Katie Hobbs to be the governor. They can recount it over and over. They can do these audits. And remember, they call for an audit. The audit is done. And then they go, no, that was the wrong type of audit. They only looked at a recount of the ballots without evaluating whether the ballots were valid. It's the wrong type of audit. Well, you know, they didn't look at whether there were barbecue sauce stains from a type of barbecue sauce common in Missouri. You shouldn't have Missouri barbecue sauce on Arizona ballots. It just doesn't make sense. Clearly, there was some kind of fraud. What about bamboo fibers? What about pictures of koala bears tucked into the ballots? It's all very... You will never satisfy them that the process has been completed the way they want. And Luke Beasley, our correspondent who was recently at a Trump rally for us in... I believe he went to the Pennsylvania one. They blend together. I believe he was in Latrobe, Pennsylvania. Luke, or was it North Carolina? Doesn't matter. Luke interviewed folks where they said, oh, there was all this fraud. And Luke said, yeah, but there's no actual evidence. And they did the audit. They go, no. that wasn't really an audit in the way we wanted. And what they mean is it wasn't an audit that overturned the election so that the Republican won. It's so completely predictable. Thankfully, it's over. I mean, Katie Hobbs won. She will be the governor. Nothing's getting overturned, period. And the problem now becomes this is standard operating procedure for Republicans. They have now adopted this. We don't like the results. We say it was rigged. We say it's just not believable that Katie Hobbs won because she has fewer Facebook followers. It's similar to it's not believable Biden won because his live streams didn't get a lot of viewers or his rallies didn't have huge crowds. This is the new refrain. This is the new refrain. And unfortunately, after 2020, we wondered, is this ending with 2020? No. It extended to the special elections in 2021 in January in Georgia. It extended to the midterm elections a couple weeks ago in 2022. And it seems pretty clear that this is going to be the narrative that continues. If we lost, it was rigged with all of the exact same statements. It's extraordinarily dangerous. And so far, it hasn't flipped any races for them. Imagine for a second that this story about fraud and lawsuits and recounts and barbecue sauce on ballots and all this stuff, imagine it actually flips an election for them at some point. They will never stop using it if that's the case. That's why it's really important that we ensure they aren't actually able to steal an election by claiming fraud and using these tactics. I've had such trouble finding a great razor where I am not cutting myself or getting those nicks on my skin, which are so common with the cheap disposable razors. You have to meet our sponsor, Henson Shaving. Henson actually manufactures parts for the International Space Station and the Mars rover, and they are bringing that exact same precision engineering to the shaving experience. It hurts when you shave because blades extend too far, and thus they wobble slightly. But with their aerospace-grade CNC machines, Henson is able to make metal razors that extend just 0.0013 inches. That's less than the thickness of a human hair, which means a secure, stable blade with a vibration-free shave. It also has built-in channels to evacuate the hair and the cream. No more clogs, no more rubbing your thumb on the razor to get the hair out. I use Henson at home. Shaving is a great experience now. Henson wants to be the best razor, not the best razor business, which means you only need to buy it once and it's awesome. Go to hensonshaving.com/Pacman, add a razor and a 100-pack of blades to your cart, then enter the code Pacman to get the 100 blades for free. That is a 3-year supply. The link is down below.